My name is Jessie Quintanilla, and I'm in the master's program of clinical psychology, Latino mental health, and I currently work as a group facilitator at Interface in Moore Park, and yeah, I've been in the mental health field for over 5 years, working from group homes and other agencies as a case manager. Well, if I have to choose, it would be a volleyball, and I would kind of like Castaway. I would dress the volleyball, I don't know, draw something on the volleyball. That way, the loneliness, it's not what it's cracked up to be. Let's see. The second one would be, I don't know, maybe a dog to keep company. And then if I'm lucky, maybe the third one would be a supply of food that'll last me at least for a good 6 months. It varies, but in this case, if I'm on a stranded island, then I'll have to settle for canned foods, ramen noodles, cup of noodles, whatever I can get my hands on, and improvise. Otherwise, I'm more Mexican and Chinese and Salvadoran food. Well, my previous job was as a case manager. I was actually working with young men and their families in terms of school truancy, also providing that support with whatever issues are going, such as credit deficient, also if they're also support with substance abuse. And then and also if they're having any emotional problems, we can also provide that support. That's when I refer them to other agencies like CADA, COM, and also we get the referrals from school because they're also concerned that they want the student to be successful in their academics. So intense case management is checking in with the teachers and counselors and the parents and see where they're at, where the young man is at, and also providing that support. Yes, we work for all Santa Barbara high schools, such as Santa Barbara, San Marcos, even the continuation schools such as La Cuesta, the Quetzal sites, the Westside Community Center, and also referrals. We have connections with the Parks and Recreations of Santa Barbara, which empowers the youth for job interviews, resume building, work on their interviewing skills. So we provide that support too, that component. First of all, I would help the Latino community, whether if it's in Santa Barbara or Ventura or Los Angeles. And because there's a huge language barrier, and that's where Latinos unfortunately don't know how to seek help. And someone like myself or others who are bilingual as well as bicultural can provide that support, better understanding where they're coming from, and also it's not just learning the language. Also, there's a component with the culture. You have to be mindful of their culture in order for them to open up, and there's a rapport building and also relationship established, and that's where I worked at, it's primarily Latinos who have we find barriers that we can remove. The way I see it is that we come together and I try to get the community involved. We try to get the community involved as much as we can, not just here. Also, that's where we have all the resources. We have the Santa Barbara Police Department, also the schools, but also we got to find other sources to help the young men and women, an outlet where they can be successful. They could be artists, so we got to find something that'll inspire them.